guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. As usual, we want to say a big thank you to everyone that has been supporting us. For today's video, we will be highlighting one of the many things we love doing together,
which is cooking. So it's one of our favorite things to do at home, but it's also my career and lifelong passion. So join us as we go do a little shopping, pull together some fantastic ingredients, add a little spice, a little heat to the mixture, and sit down for dinner with us tonight.
Perfect. See you guys then.
See
Bye.
you then. All right, guys, here we are in the Jamaican store. Actually, our favorite one. There's 3 or 4 in our area. Everything's always nice and clean here, fresh. So we're gonna get a few ingredients that we might not be able to get everywhere. One of them being Scotch bonnets. Alright guys, so here they are. Managed to find the Scotch bonnets. So these peppers are amazing, but they're super hot. They have a Scoville unit of 300,000, upwards of 300,000. Just to compare that to a jalapeno only has about 2,500. So this is a hot pepper, you guys. We're going to be using this all over the place tonight. It's one of our favorite peppers to use at home, but we're going to use it sparingly.
Hey guys, we're back home, we're in the kitchen, and we're ready to cook. Today was so hectic at the supermarket, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was very crazy. So we fought our way through the aisles for lots of fresh ingredients. We were able to go to 2 or 3 stores. First the Jamaican store, then our local supermarket, Trader Joe's, and then finally the fish market for some fresh lobster. So,
yeah, we also stopped by Whole Foods.
That's right.
Yeah.
I guess we're all over the place looking
yeah,
for
but everything
right
all the ingredients you can find at Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, and a local Caribbean store.
Yes.
And of course, we're gonna give you guys a closer look at the ingredients as we go along and cook this meal.
Absolutely.
All right, well, until then, see you guys.
All right, guys, we're back in the kitchen. We've got all of our ingredients laid out, which is the way I like to cook. Get everything ready to go. Get a good look at the freshness on everything and the quantities that you're looking for. Make sure you have everything ready to go before you cook, and we can get started. All right, chopping up these peppers here, getting everything ready to go. These are going to eventually make our way into our fried rice. Cut some nice thin strips, and we'll get a nice dice on these. I'm here still chopping away. When we get everything all set up, we're going to make a nice delicious cocktail, so stay tuned. Alright guys, we're back. I've been chopping away, getting everything ready to go, but it's time to take a break and make a little cocktail. It's always fun to have a glass of wine or make a special cocktail for a special dinner. So what we put together tonight for you is Passionfruit Mule. Everybody loves mules. They're super popular right now. It's a great, fresh beverage to have, and everybody loves them, so they're a crowd pleaser.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
This is something we came up with today as we were shopping around for fresh ingredients. We found this really nice, fresh passion fruit juice that was available. One of our favorite ingredients, Gosling's ginger beer. Some of our favorite gluten-free vodka, some fresh limes, lots of fresh mint, and that's it. So we're gonna take a break from cooking and put together a little cocktail. All right guys, it's time to put together our signature cocktail at the house of Passionfruit Mule. So lots of ice. Of course, our vodka. Some fresh lime juice. Our passion fruit juice. Now our ginger beer. Make sure everybody's got enough. And we're gonna garnish with a sliced lime, some fresh mint, and always gotta have a fun straw to finish it off.
No, really,
It's really
wow. This is amazing. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Yeah, it's excellent.
Cheers again.
Not bad for a first time bartender. All right, babe. Tell me what you think.
This is amazing. It is great. When it comes to cocktails, I am always so scared to order them when we go out. So having one at home that we can really enjoy means a lot to me. And I think you did a great job. The proportions are really good. It's not too strong with the vodka, not too much ginger beer. Oh my gosh, everything is just amazing. Love.
I know what you like. All right, guys, we're back. We're gonna put together a nice marinade for the lobster that's eventually gonna get turned into a sauce for the lobster. So we're calling it a teriyaki jerk lobster tonight. So of course we've got our own house-made pineapple teriyaki sauce, which is simply brown sugar, pineapple sauce, and a little bit of aged soy sauce. Okay. Then we've got our Jamaican jerk spice seasoning. This is almost like a curry paste. It's quite spicy from habaneros and scotch bonnets, but it's also got some really good aromatic background with garlic, ginger, onion. A little bit of this goes a long way. We have our Jamaican jerk seasoning, which is a great blend of spices, really heavy on the allspice, a little bit of cinnamon there, paprika. Works excellent with fish, chicken, beef. A little more soy sauce. Some all-purpose seasoning, which is a great blend of salt, pepper, white pepper, a little bit of garlic and onion. And this is gonna be a touch of sesame chili oil, okay? It's gonna add a little bit of added heat and a little bit of nuttiness from the sesame. I'm gonna take this all together, kind of whisk it up. And every marinade has a little bit of oil. I'm gonna whisk in our vegetable oil now. And the only thing I would add to this is lemon juice, but as to not cook off the freshness of it, we're gonna finish with fresh lemon juice at the end. That's our marinade. Okay guys, we're back in the kitchen. We've got all our prep done, had our cocktail, so no more excuses, it's time to get cooking. What we're gonna start with tonight is our fried rice. It's gonna be inspired by Jamaican rice and peas, and you'll see why in a minute. But we're gonna get a nice medium hot pan going on the stove. Gonna kind of test it, make sure it's nice and hot. The key to every good fried rice, if you've ever been to a Japanese steakhouse, is butter. So we're actually gonna start with a copious amount of butter here, okay? It's gonna go really well with the lobster. You always see lobster and butter together. I'm gonna kind of swirl that in the pan, get that going. You don't want to brown it. You want to retain all that kind of fresh butter flavor. We're working with a nice grass-fed butter from New Zealand tonight. It's excellent, it's organic, and you can see by the nice yellow color, it's going to be delicious. So tonight we're cooking with jasmine rice, which is a Thai style rice. It's a nice long grain, and it benefits well with fried rice because it's long and thin, and it kind of gets nice and crispy when it hits the pan. Normally I wouldn't cook with this much butter for fried rice, but because it's with lobster, it's going to complement it really well. I'm going to go ahead and start with my garlic, about a tablespoon. And because we love our ginger everywhere around the world, I'm going to do a tablespoon of ginger as well. Okay, that's going to really give the rice a lot of flavor. For heat, you might remember we talked about scotch bonnets earlier, the hot Jamaican pepper, which is excellent, but you have to be careful, it's really spicy. Of course, we'll do some bell peppers. We've got some nice red, sweet bell peppers here. And the good fried rice is going to have a lot of vegetables too, okay? Orange and red. And if you think of Jamaican rice and peas, today we're going to use edamame, which is a really healthy green soybean that's going to stand in for our typical red beans, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and use my hands for you. That should be a perfect amount. About a cup of soybeans, okay? We're also gonna have some scallion whites, the bottoms of the scallion, kind of lend a nice aromatic flavor to it. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a stir here, okay? Get everything melded together, but do not forget to season it. I like to use this at home, especially when we have seafood. We've got a nice blend of salt, lemon zest, some onion, and garlic with black pepper, okay? That's gonna really give us a nice background for the fried rice. Once you see all the vegetables kind of turn translucent and cook, and everything's nice and hot, I'm gonna turn my heat up just a little bit so we can get the fried rice nice and hot. All right, now that we have all our vegetables cooked, we don't wanna lose the freshness of our mango, so I'm gonna go ahead and add that in now, right before I hit it with the rice, okay? Beautiful ripe mango, great tropical flavor here. I'm gonna get the mango just hot so it doesn't lose its freshness before I add my rice. Over here we've got our nice jasmine rice, the white variety. And nobody wants to go home hungry, so we've got plenty of rice for everybody here. You hear that sizzling? Now you can really start to hear that rice sizzle, okay? All the garlic's getting crispy, all the onion flavors melding in there, you got the freshness of the mango. And you almost have 50-50 vegetables and aromatics to rice here, okay? So now I'm just gonna kind of let everything cook together and set. Try and get the rice a little crispy. Give my pan a little shake. Now I'm going to start to really toss all these flavors together, okay? Nice stir fry. I'm going to let it set up one more time. Start to get all those kernels crispy. We don't want any lonely kernels. I'm going to go in with a touch of soy sauce. A little chili sesame oil for heat and nutty flavor. All right. Make sure everything's incorporated really well. Give it a taste. That's excellent. That's our mango fried rice. Okay guys, we're back. We have our setup here. We're gonna take a break between the rice and the lobster to cook our plantains. Plantains are delicious. They're in the banana family. And you want to use them just a little bit overripe. So if they look like kind of an overripe banana, you're going to be right where you need to be, a little bit soft. Okay, that's going to bring out the sweetness in the plantain. And that's what's going to give it its signature caramelization when it hits the pan. Okay, a lot of flavor there. I've got a little coconut oil here this time instead of butter or oil. This is going to be a better flavor for plantains. It's really going to bring out those tropical notes. Okay. Got my pan again, just kind of swirling it around. You really got to be careful with the heat on plantains because they're very high in sugar, residual sugar, and they cook very fast. I'm going to kind of shift them around a little bit so they can spread out, kind of cook on their own, and get a little sear on them before we flip them. We're really looking for a nice golden brown here. One of the first things that Shakara taught me how to cook, by the way. And it might have been, we talked before about what's the last thing that I burned, it might have been a plantain, because they cook very fast. I'm going to let these cook here for a moment, and we'll see you in a minute. Guys, we're back with plantains. I've got them mostly flipped over. They've got a nice caramelization on the pan. I'm going to hit them with just a hint of salt here. because you kind of want to let that flavor really come out, that natural island flavor. And I'm going to go ahead and transfer them onto this nice landing pad here where they can drain out a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and serve them alongside the lobster later on. So we're back with the main feature, which is the lobster. We've got two 1.5 pound lobsters here, broken down into little segments, as you can see. All right, it's perfect for stir frying, it's perfect for eating, and it makes a really beautiful plate. We've got a little more coconut oil here too. We're just gonna kind of let that settle in the pan, get nice and hot in our wok here. Kind of stir it around. Now I'm going to start with our lobster because I want to get a head start on all my vegetables. I don't want these to overcook while the lobster's cooking. So I'm going to go right and be careful doing this. With all of our claws, all of our pieces all together. You got to hear that nice crackle, that sizzle. That's when you know things are cooking. Now I'm going to take a break. I'm going to cover this for a moment. Kind of let the lobster get ahead of my vegetables, and we're going to finish it up with the jerk marinade. Guys, we're back with our lobster. As you can see, things are starting to really come together now. You can see the shells starting to turn red. That's when you know we're really cooking. We got a good heat going. Here's where I'm going to start to incorporate some of my vegetables. Our bell peppers. Orange and red. Just stir it around a little bit. Here comes our garlic. Ginger. And nothing goes better than lobster and corn together. So some nice fresh corn here as well, okay? I'm gonna hit it with a little scallion. And a little bit more of our lemon pepper. You know we love that around here. That's also gonna have sea salt in it to add some flavor. Just kind of toss this all together. You got great color here, great flavors all starting to come together in one pot. I'm going to do a nice squeeze of lemon for freshness. That's going to kind of get all the flavor from the pan off the bottom. Remember before we have our jerk teriyaki here. Really nice sweet soy sauce, garlic, ginger, a little pineapple juice, and of course our jerk flavors. I'm going to do a lot of this because we like our sauce. You really want that lobster to soak up all the juices from the marinade, get the flavor from the jerk spices. I'm going to set this to cook again for a little while under cover. We'll be back in a moment. Alright guys, we're back again. We're about ready to plate this up and finally eat this dish. Everything's just right. The lobster's perfectly cooked. We've got our fried rice perfectly cooked and ready to go. Last minute addition, you want to do this right at the end, is fresh Caribbean slaw. So we've got shredded cabbage, shredded carrots, a little coconut vinegar, some scotch bonnets for heat, and some fresh lime juice, okay? We're going to toss that all together. And we're going to be ready to plate. Alright guys, here we are for our final step. We're going to pull all of our dishes together into one big family style meal. Check out the lobster. It's fully cooked, looking great. Alright guys, it's time to plate everything up. So I've got our rice here. I'm going to do a nice scoop down at the bottom.
there you have it. Everything is done. We're here seated and ready to eat. But before we go, don't forget to like the video, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time.
Thank you, guys.
Okay guys, well, it's time to see what it really tastes like. We all know that it looks great, but of course we have to try it and let you guys really know if it's great. Exciting.
Yep.
I can't wait.
All right. Baby, what do you think?
Everything is great. The lobster is on point. The flavors are amazing. The rice, oh my gosh. Jeez.
Glad you like it.
Everything is excellent. I love it.
Let us know what you guys think. We can, we love cooking, so we can be sharing a lot more of this stuff with you guys if you want.
Don't forget to like the video, comment, share, and tell us if you enjoyed this meal.